Friends, I have amazing news. Not everyone hates us. Some people like us. This week, 100 Texan farmers went to Israel to help in the kibbutzim. They found out that the men had to go to the army to fight, unfortunately, in Gaza and the northern border. So there was a void of manpower in the kibbutzim, and they decided to go, some Christian Texan, they decided to go and help the kibbutzim. This is unbelievable. I personally have a fund for help to Israel, and I've had several Christian groups who decided to help and send substantial amounts of money to help. It's incredible. Now I have a question. They hate us or they love us? It's kind of, there's nothing in the middle. Either you love the Jew or you hate the Jew. There's nothing in the middle. Why in the world is that? What's happening? I'd like to share with you something. In Parashat Vayetze, HaKadosh Baruch Hu promises Yaakov Avinu that he's going to be the father of a great nation. We know the story with the 12 stones and the 1 stone. I'll come back to this later. In the meantime, we know that earlier HaKadosh Baruch Hu already promised to Avraham Avinu, ve'ese otcha legoy gadol. I am going to make you into a great nation. The Midrash over there asks a question. Avraham Avinu came to Hashem and he said, there are already 70 nations of the world. You don't need me. Second question. We know that Klal Yisrael is not a goy gadol, is not a big nation. It's a very small nation. Why are we called goy gadol? Here comes the twist. Gadol doesn't mean big. Gadol means something else. We know that the first time that the word gadol is used is when you have 2 luminaries in the Torah, in the universe. You have the sun and you have the moon. The sun is called Ma'or HaGadol, the great luminary. The moon is called Ma'or HaKaton, the small luminary. The Gemara asks, why is one called the big one and the other one the small one? Gemara says big has nothing to do with the size. Big has everything to do with the function. The sun provides light. The moon receives light, but doesn't have light to provide because it doesn't have its own light. Which means that the definition of Gadol doesn't mean big, but means that you have something that you share. That's what Gadol is. Vayigdal Moshe vayelech erechav. When Moshe Rabbeinu becomes Gadol, he goes and makes sure that his brothers are okay. When a baby is born, what do we say? We give him a beracha. Ze katan gadol yeh. May this little kid become Gadol. Gadol is the equivalent of an adult. Oh yes, so when he becomes an adult, you could come and say, I gave him that blessing. That was my prediction. He became an adult. Come on, everybody becomes an adult. No, it doesn't mean that this katan becomes a gadol. It means that this individual who doesn't care for others will become one day a provider for others. So gadol now is a provider, somebody who cares for other people, somebody who has a responsibility and shares his responsibility with the world. Midrash says that's what it is. Klal Yisrael has a function and mission. The mission is to care for the world. Hashem gave a special neshama to Bnei Israel to be able to share that to the world, to be a light unto the nations, to be able to show the example in many, many, many different areas of life. That's the function of the Jewish people. And now, about the recipient. Sometimes it's humbling, but sometimes you receive it well. Jordan Peterson says it. You could love the Jew because he has so many things to bring to the world. Or you could hate the Jew because he has so many things that he brings to the world. That's what it is. So now we may understand a detail in the story of Yaakov Avinu. Yaakov has this dream. He takes 12 stones and they become one, which is a sign that he's going to be the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. The Midrash asks the question, why wouldn't it be the opposite? He should have taken 1 stone that becomes 12 stones to show that he's going to be the father of the 12 tribes. The answer is no. The essence of the Klal Yisrael is to take 12 stones and become one. How do you take 12 stones that become 1 stone? When each stone gives from itself to the other one, they bind together, they bond together, and they become one. That's the essence of the Klal Yisrael.